Hello students, how are you? I hope that all of you are well and good. Today in this new video, I am going to discuss with you a few multiple choice questions. As you know that your unit tests are going to take place in the month of August. Therefore, as a revision work, I am discussing these few multiple choice question from the story The Rattrap, and the name of the book is Flamingo. Okay students, let's start. So now our first question is, when did the peddler makes the rat trap? Happy moments, odd moments, difficult moments, destructive moments. So you know the answer is the in the odd moments. Okay, the next question is, what game did the peddler and the crofter play? Muzzles, Mosix, Mizolis, or Mayfields? Mizolis. Now next question is, where did the crofter hang his pouch? A. Loft, B. Window frame, C. Door, D. Cupboard. So now right answer is window frame. Okay, now my next question is, after following the sound of the regular thumping, where did the peddler finally land? Majulis, forest, manor house, or Ramshaw iron mills? The correct answer is Ramshaw iron mill. Okay. Now next question is, what gift did Adela receive from the peddler? A. 10 kroner notes, B. 3 kroner notes, C. 30 kroner notes, 30 kroners, D. 13 kroner notes. The right answer is exactly C. 30 kroners. Okay, why did the iron master not seem pleased with the guest the next morning? Options are A. Because the peddler was a poor, because he was not Nils Uluf, because the peddler was a thief, because the peddler was a rat trap seller. So now the correct answer is because he was not Nils Uluf. Okay, students. Now next question for you is, why did the peddler want to be nice to Adela? A. Because she was kind and benevolent. B. Because he had decided to change. C. Because she treated him like a real captain. D. Because basically he was a nice person. The correct answer is because she was kind and benevolent. Now next question for you is, why did the crofter show his money to the peddler? So options are, because he wanted to flaunt, because he was rich, because the peddler seemed incredulous, because the peddler looked at him ridiculously. Because C option is correct, because the peddler seemed incredulous. Okay, now next question for you is, why did the peddler turn to the forest? A. Highway was full of thieves. B. Highway was full of traffic. C. He was in fear of being caught. D. The forest interested him more. So now C option is correct, कि he was in fear of being caught. Okay. Now next question for you is, why was the peddler's life sad and monotonous? A. Because he had no family. B. Because he had to work hard. C. Because he was poor and lonely. D. Because he had no respect in the society. So C is the correct answer, because he was poor and lonely. Next question. Why do you think he why do you think the peddler finally changed his way? A. Because of the crofter's hospitality. B. Because he wanted to change. Because of the respect given by Adla. Because of the invitation given by the iron master. So now C option is correct. Because of the respect given by Adla. So now next question for you is, what would have happened if Adla would have gone by her father's decision? A. The peddler would have gone back to his old ways. B. The peddler would have changed anyway. C. The peddler would have never got out of the forge. D. The peddler's perception would have changed. So now here the first option A is correct. The peddler would have gone back to his old ways. Now next question for you is, what worked as a bait for the peddler? A. Choice. B. Shelter. C. Food. D. Money. So D is the correct option, money. Why did the peddler return to the crofter's cottage? A. To show his gratitude. B. To rest for some more time. C. To get hold of the pouch. So C is the correct answer, to get hold of the pouch. Now next question for you is, how would you sleep if you were a peddler? A. With one eye open. B. Soundly. C. On a bed. D. Without any worries. Now the correct answer is with one eye open. Okay, now students, these are Philip's sentence often asked. Now the whole world with its lands and seas, its cities and villages was nothing but a big rat trap. One dark evening, as the peddler was trudging along the road, he caught sight of a little grey cottage by the roadside. Next, the Rancho Iron Mills was owned by a very prominent iron master. Next question. It was not more than half an hour before the peddler and the blacksmith heard the sound of carriage wheels. Next question. At about blank, the iron master and his daughter drove back from the church. 10 o'clock. Okay, at about 10 o'clock, the iron master and his daughter drove back from the church. Okay, now next. The stranger caused no trouble to the iron master, as he did nothing but sleep. Okay, now next, the peddler rested in the manor house for a long time as he had never slept in a home. The peddler got the power to clear himself because he had been raised to captain. Okay, students, the next question for you. Adla gave a cry of joy because she found a small rat trap in a blank in a small package. 30 kroner notes in a small package. Next, the young girl sat and hung her head because she had learnt about the robbery at one of the crofters' cottage. Next, the common feature of these characters, Adla Crofter and Peddler, is loneliness. Next, attractions and fascinations all around the world work as baits, tempting all of us to be trapped. On the Christmas Eve, the peddler spent most of the time sleeping because he had no fear of being caught. The theme of the red trap is that essential goodness in a human being can be awakened through understanding. Next, the peddler signed himself as Captain von Stahle at the end of the letter. So, students, these are a few questions. You can self see them. His guest was now so well groomed, the iron master did not seem pleased. Who is the guest? The peddler, the red trap seller, the vagabond. Who is the guest? The red trap, the peddler, the red trap seller, the vagabond. Why was the iron master not pleased? Because he recognized that his guest was not his friend. Why did the guest keep quiet earlier? Because he was tempted, not given a chance to speak. How would you react if you were the iron master? Displeased, angry, ask him to leave. I never pretended to be anything but a poor trader, and I pleaded and begged to be allowed to stay in the forge. Who is the speaker? The red trap seller. It was, I never pretended to be anything but a poor trader, and I pleased and begged to be allowed to stay in the forge. Who is the speaker? The red trap seller, the vagabond, the peddler. Why was he is in the forge? He was in the forge to spend the night looking for a shelter for the night. How would you react if you were in his place? Not responsible for the confusion, never revealed my identity. What do you mean by pleaded, requested? It was all a mistake, of course, she continued. But anyway, I don't think we ought to chase away a human being whom we have asked to come here and to whom we have promised Christmas cheer. Who is the speaker? A. Adela Wilmanson, the Iron Master's daughter. What was the mistake? The peddler's identity was mistaken for Niels Oluf, captain. What did she do then? She decided to let the peddler spend the day with them and celebrate Christmas. What would you do if you were in place of Iron Master? Listen to my daughter. Let him stay, give him food, and ask him to leave. That was a fine fellow you let into the house, said her father. I only wonder how many silver spoons are left in the cupboard by this time. Who is the fellow? That was a fine fellow you let into the house, said her father. I only wonder how many silver spoons are left in the cupboard by this time. Who is the fine fellow? The peddler, Rattrap seller, the vagabond. Whose father said these words? B. Adela Wilmanson's father. Why did he doubt him? Because they learned about a robbery and were sure the peddler in their house was the thief. What did the father wonder? He wondered how many silver spoons were left in the cupboard by that time. Now, the next question, the rat trap is a Christmas present from a rat trap from a rat who would have been caught in this world. So, rat trap, if he had not been raised to captain, because in that way he got power to clear himself, written with friendship and high regard, Captain Bone Starley. What is the Christmas present? The rat trap. Where would he have been caught in this world's rat trap? How did he get the power to clear himself? He got the power as he had been raised to captain. Why did he sign as Captain Von Starley? Because that was the identity given to him by Wilmanson's family. He wanted to be remembered as captain. This identity given by Adela helped him changed. Okay students, with this I complete this video, and in the next video I will discuss a few more multiple choice question and fill-ups and question and answers. Thank you very much for listening.